Hello, today we're going to talk about word art. So, word art is under the Insert tab, not to be confused with what you'll find under the Home tab right there. That looks a lot like it, but it's not. So, if I want some word art, I need to come up with something interesting. Like this, right? How about an interesting title? So, word art is the kind of thing that where you'd want to get some really flashy text and flashy to the point where you want it to be an image. You can do some pretty nice formatting off of the Home tab. In fact, I'm sure you could do everything you ever wanted to do off of the Home tab, but in the instance that you need word art, you're going to need to head over to the Insert tab. So word art's right here, and so there's these 15 styles built in there. If you're working with a different version of Word, like 2010 or 2007, there's always a different set of these. So take a note of that, just mental picture, and then I want to show you this button over here on the Home tab. Looks awfully similar, doesn't it? It's not the same. This is word art. So I'm going to click on word art. I'm just going to pick one. It doesn't really matter. And, right, I don't know. What does it look like? It looks like you expect it to look like, I guess. So you're free to manipulate this on the Home tab using under the kind of standard tools, right? So if you wanted to make the font bigger or you wanted to make the font red, you're free to do that. But the thing that makes word art is it's an image. And so when you're working with this, you're using drawing tools. Now, drawing tools are the same tools that you would use if you were inserting a shape or anything like that. So this is a familiar contextual tab. Now, of course, it's an image, so you've got all kinds of effects and such. I think the thing that I want to point out today is, since this is an image, every time you're working with an image, the first thing you want to do is probably think about, how do I want this to relate to the text? And so that means look at the text wrap. For me, what I'm doing today, I'm going to do that. You don't need to worry about why I did it, but I did it. It basically forced that paragraph mark down. So since it's an image, if you wanted to size it, you've got sizing tools and you've got wrap text. So always with images, those are the things I talk about. Now what I'd like to point out for word art is text effects. This is where all the cool stuff is, particularly like transformations. This is one of the things that's kind of unique to word art. And I don't know if it's good, but you can do some pretty interesting stuff. A lot of it looks absolutely terrible, but that's a pretty cool effect if that's what you're looking for. The only problem with word art is that it's an image, and so you have to treat it like such. So you can't do things like center it, right? It doesn't matter because it's an image. So that's word art, and you format it with drawing tools. Oh, here's text fill, right? This is another way to change the color of it. I didn't mean to do that, but hey, that's even more interesting, so let's just leave it as is. So when you're formatting word art, oftentimes you're using drawing tools, but of course these font effects over here are available as well. Let me just show you a contrast here. Other style. So I'm going to take this, that, and I'm going to format it using text effects here. Right, it looks like the same thing. You're going to see really quickly that it's not the same thing. Right, it's small because my font style, or my font size is still 11, but if I grow it, you notice, like, what's the difference, right? This is word art, and I know it's word art because I have drawing tools. This is just good old-fashioned text effects. Personally, I prefer text effects because, I don't know, it's usually a title or something. I'm sure there's a time when this is the right call. If you're ever asked to do word art, then this is word art, but, right, me, I stick to text effects. But if you realize that they're not the same thing, that's probably a step in the right direction. So now you know word art. Thanks for watching.